look at Cisco and their priorities and their current strategies. See what's in place and how they manage all that. As usual, you can have access to all this data in the Airtable. Go to the link below, and the link will show you how to get there and how to access all that data and reuse it in your own environment. I'm going to share my screen now. Airtable, that's where we are live right now. There we go. So there we have the environment where all the data lives, which you can have access to with a subscription. I'm going to make it a bit larger. There we go. So it looks a bit better on your screen. Yeah, now you can see everything. So what we have here is all the Airtables, all the databases that are included in the subscription model that you can sign up for. And as you can see, if I scroll down here, it just goes on and on and on. There's lots of it, and it's updated on a daily basis, basically for each and every topic that you can basically think of. And we're focusing on specific companies as well to gain insight, give you insight into their priorities and their capabilities. And today's is Cisco. So Cisco's critical capabilities and the priorities is loading now. So what you get to see are the main areas that they're focusing on, which is this, the left-hand side here. This one. The main areas that they're focusing on: recurring revenue, revenue growth. They're focusing on order growth, growth opportunities, key growth, product revenue, software revenue, subscription revenue, etc. So those are the main areas. There's close to 100 main areas that we've no 50. It's close to 50 areas that we've got covered here in this database. These are the areas that they're focusing on right now. So that's what they're doing. What else do you see here? You see here on the left-hand side, let's scroll it to the left. There. You see here on the left-hand side the question. So all our data is organized in questions, as you know from the self-assessments, from the assessments that we put in place. But this is focused on Cisco specifically and focused on recurring revenue. So we have here the top question that's being asked of Cisco: how do you architect the business model to deliver recurring revenue growth and profitability? That's the question that Cisco asks themselves continuously. And then what we have here, obviously, the topic that it's related to. I'm looking for my scroll bar. There we go. It's a bit small. Look from a scroll bar. There we go. What you see here is obviously the area that's related to recurring revenue. You see here the question that comes back here. And why is there 4 questions in here, basically? The reason for that being that we have a set of potential answers that you can be looking for in your organization to make sure that you're doing that. It helps you think in the right way of how to answer the question. Also, what we have here are Moscow score, and that's, as you're familiar with this, you might be familiar with this. Those are the scores that are assigned to each and every question based on their prioritization. So we have an algorithm in place that selects every question that's related to the topic, the current issues here, and then ranks them according to how high their priority is in relationship to all the other questions. Then you have responsibility here. So who should be assigned to this specific area when you assign this question and an area to look into, responsibility to look into. Then we have a bit of a description here for each and every of the areas as well that we're focusing on here. So to make sure that we know what we're doing, that we've got some background and some idea here what's going on. All right. So why is this data useful? Well, for a couple of things. Couple of reasons. The first reason, obviously, is that the questions are organized in order of their priority, which means that you as an organization can have a look at what Cisco is doing and how they organize their priorities and use those priorities in your own organization. So, for instance, and the way you do this is you start here with the top question: how do you architect the business model to deliver recurring revenue growth and profitability? And you go like, yeah, training existing models or hire qualified system architects. We're not really doing that. Securely store the data to increase revenue. Yeah, we're doing that. We're securely storing the data. Drive the technology-driven sales organization to create growth. Yeah, we could do more of that. Give it a 4. Assist customers to transition into cloud and re-architect their systems too. So how do you answer these questions? That's what this is for. In my opinion, we have the answer to this question clearly defined. No is no, we have no clue what we're doing here. Haven't even thought about it. And number five is yes, we've got it completely under control. So that's how you answer this question here and rate these things here, the answers. The second one, how much of your organization's future revenue and business growth will be tied to cloud? Calculate the consequences of investing in the future. Yeah, it's hard to do, but we should be doing that. We're doing some of that. Evaluate and select the revenue and the revenue streams. I should be better at doing that. I'm going to scroll down and select a couple of other questions here. Growth opportunities. How does your organization use space to create opportunities for high growth companies? Maintain effectiveness when providing cybersecurity services within a large organization. Yeah, that's something we could be stronger at. Choose the best entry strategy, create a plan for rapid growth, encourage officers to share spaces rather than granting exclusive usage. Yeah, that's something that we're doing. Anticipate any potential risks associated with the growth. We should be doing that better. And achieve repeatable scale and profitable growth. We're very focused on that one in our organization. Let's pick another one. The reason why I'm skipping these ones, these ones, questions 3, 4, and 5, is because they got the same current issues aligned to them, and I want to show you what comes out of it when you do more, when you do the whole, you fill out the whole assessment in here, basically. That's why I'm skipping existing ones. Well, key factors are expected to drive revenue growth of the market, increase your revenue capacity, so have more salespeople in place as well, an organization underpinning that. Report a revenue issue. Is there a revenue issue? Reporting that. Yes, we're doing that. Measure retention rate, revenues, customer success management KPIs. We could be stronger in that. So now, what I've done now is I filled out a couple of them. What clients are usually doing is they either answer all the questions, or all the answer singles, to get an idea of what they're doing, what they're not doing correctly, or they just simply pick a question and answer it as a question. So only the rating here, basically. The beauty of this is that now when I go to when I go to this one, the grid view where I was before, grid view unsorted. So now I've got them unsorted. I can now sort the stars by their rating and go like, okay, what's my worst performing, worst answered question? This one, growth opportunities. How does your organization use space to create opportunities with high growth companies? And key growth and recurring revenue. These areas we're not really strong at. Obviously, when you fill out way more, you'll get a much clearer picture here than when I've only filled out like 10, but you get the idea. If you fill out more, you get a great insight into what you actually need to be doing in your organization, and learning that from Cisco. So Cisco is doing that. Are we doing that? Can we learn from that? So what key factors are expected to drive revenue growth of the market? So measure retention rate, revenue, standard customer success management KPI. So we'll assign that to our service delivery manager, and we'll start that today because I need an answer quickly on how we're doing that, and we'll finish that. Let's give her 2 days. 2 days to do that. No, that one you can go. Let's do another one. Another one that we want to focus on. What else do we want to focus on? Let's say what key factors are expected to drive revenue growth of the market? I want to focus on that one. Increase our revenue capacity. Sales engineer. See, that's a good one. That's aligned to that one. So the sales engineer, what do we need? What else do we need, sales engineer? Tell me. Let me know. Do some research. Let me know by Friday. Now, what we have is a pretty straightforward Gantt chart, which will tell us all the activities that we need to be doing in our organization, and who will be performing those activities, and when they will be finished. It's loading now. See, there you go. These are all the activities in here, and we filled out these two, so these two show up. So increase your revenue capacity and measure retention rate as standard customer success KPIs. Because they're the lowest, so I've picked those. Well, we should be doing those first, and organize that in our organization. Make sure that we're doing that first, basically. So there you have it. That makes perfect sense. You get an idea of what the benefits are of using this Cisco critical capabilities and the priorities. You can simply go through the whole view itself the grid view and scroll down to all the questions and go through the top 10 questions that you need to be doing in your organization to make sure that you run a tight ship, just like Cisco. What organization structure will enable your best growth opportunities to flourish? Gain the skills, abilities, and resources necessary to accomplish the, let's follow the screen larger, to accomplish the desired expansion. Shift people from a cost mindset into a growth. I'm getting interested now because I should be doing that and I should be doing that. Which means I could be looking more into costs because we're focusing on cost as well. So now simply going to sort on cost, select on cost, and I can then find all the cost related areas and rate those if I want to do more. If I want to do more in regards to the cost, so I can do that one. We're not really doing that one that great. Know the cost impact of your decision. Who's the decision maker in your organization? Yep. Determine the right facility given the uncertain surroundings. Cost production. That's that one. Give it a 3, etc. So I can go on and on and on and give it a score like this, and then assign the items that come out of it with the lowest hanging ratings, the lowest hanging scores to the people that are relevant to that role. And I can add a column here. It's like a spreadsheet. I can add a column here with the name of that person and assign it to there. Also, this data, you can simply export it. You can reuse all this data. So go here, grid view, and download CSV. You can export all the data. You can print a Gantt chart, which looks fantastic as well. And this also looks fantastic and works great on the Airtable app. So you can have access anywhere you go. In a meeting, wherever you are, have to ask a question, open up the app and go and ask the question in your management meeting. To have access to this, simply follow the link below, and we'll grant you access right away upon starting your subscription. That's it for today. Thanks for watching me. Let's do one more thing, which is this is the page where you'll end up for the subscription. Right now, this has 10 cents. After this, we'll put up the video of what we're doing now, which is sort of meta, what I'm talking about. And then here, some examples of what we've been doing in the past couple of days. We usually leave the past 3 companies up here. And you can start today here with pricing or book a discovery call if you want to talk to me first. You can organize that here. Pricing, pretty straightforward. I'll show you as well. $99 a month, US dollars a month. Cancel anytime and have access to this and all the updates that are added to it continuously. All right. That's it from me right now. Thank you very much. I had a blast and I'll see you.